Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is somewhat recovering from yesterday. I know I certainly haven't. It's very, very glum at the moment. I even was very close to today that we weren't even going to do a match reaction because I said to Jem, "Look, I'm just really just low at the moment with this. It's really hard, but we've got to do it. We've got to keep going because look, hopefully the good days will come. But I hope everyone is well. It's a bit more of an earlier stream today, just because I've got a few things I've got to do later. But we unfortunately will have to go through what happened yesterday. Dreamer, I hope you're well. Toby, Mike, I hope you're well. Obviously, there's been quite a lot happening today. And very much, I think yesterday, I think the only performance which was worth actually applauding was the away fans. The message is clear. We don't care about Clear Lake. They don't care about us. But all we care about is Chelsea FC. And that is exactly what Toby said here. Thank you for the $4.99. Exactly. F off Igbali, you're not wanted here. Absolutely. And I hope there's more to come from this because this is only the beginning. And I don't know whether we had rumblings of this. I remember before when it was with Burnley. I remember where we had kind of F off Bowley and stuff like that at the start. I remember that was a couple of seasons ago, and then we managed to get it back to 3-2. And then I think there was maybe a couple of other games where there was more rumblings, but certainly not to this level where, let's be honest, throughout it was continuous. And fair play to the away fans for doing this because, look, I think it's very obvious we've had enough. They've got to answer for their mediocrity, which they're producing at the moment. And I don't think it's only us. I reckon behind the scenes, I reckon it's an absolute shambles. I reckon there's so much going on that we don't know about. Jem, I hope you're well. See you there. Hope you're okay, mate. Dribble, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, we are a very good away support, and sometimes away days are funner than being at home. To be fair, Rogue, thanks for the message, mate. Saying Delap was good apart from that chance. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we might have to go into a little bit of the players' performances, but I think we all know this is. Discipline. Childish. I don't understand. I mean, I know Jem did his space at halftime. We did another space on Discord, but we all had the same consensus of that. It was such a rash challenge from Cucurella to do that. And for anyone who thinks it wasn't a red card, it was the most obvious red card you can ever have. But allow him to go on goal. If there's a goal, let it happen. You're 20 minutes into the game. You don't allow a red card to happen like that. It's just not good enough. And I know people are saying that maybe because Tosin there was a potential corner and that's why we weren't resetting. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough. Regardless of who's on the touchline, this was a must-win game for us. And I really am worried about our season going forward now. I don't think really that I've not felt like this since Potter, where I don't know what's going to happen. But I think as a fan, with the longevity we've had with this ownership, this is possibly the lowest I've been in confidence within the squad and just the overall kind of running of the club, I think, since Clear Lake have been involved. And I think there's a big pressure cooker happening. You're seeing kind of Egg Barley there yesterday with Liam Rossini, and you could just tell what he was doing. He was like, look at the mess which Maresca's left before. This is why we brought you in, and all this malarkey, just ego stroking. So yeah, it's just not good enough. Toby, you're right. Neto again somehow. Hey Jem, I hope you're right, mate. Neto again, just not good enough, but getting another 90 minutes, and it's getting to the point now. Are we getting at that? Because he's Egg Barley's boy, that he's all of a sudden getting these minutes all the time. It wouldn't surprise me. And just before that, sorry, who was it? D-Rob, I hope you're well, mate. Santos looked good before. Yeah, and he was just, again, he was a sacrificial lamb because of stupidity of Cucurella. I can't believe what he's done. Because again, I thought Santos looked promising, but let's be honest, before the red card, we didn't look brilliant. We looked okay, but I didn't feel like we got to a point that we looked dangerous at all. Fulham did. But anyways, Jem, I'll leave it with you. I hope you're well. How are you feeling after yesterday?
Tired, probably the word. Always just very tired of it all. Before we get into that, though, I want to talk about the pictures that have just come out on Rosinia's first training session as well. First training session as the head coach that's been taken by Liam Rosinia. There's pictures here of him in action already with the players, getting ready for the Charlton game, as you can see here as well. He's already swearing at someone. A good start, isn't it?
He's probably saying you're taking 1, 2, 3 many touches, Pedro. That's probably what he's saying. Both Pedros.
I do find it quite funny when he was yesterday. They put the camera on him, and it was after Neto tried to take on that guy. You could clearly see him going.
He realised as well.
Yeah,
he realised he was on camera and stopped himself. It's a terrible look. Not from him. I'm just saying in general. Like the fact that your manager's doing that and it's caught on camera. It's hilarious.
It really is. Big up the chat. Good to see you all. Come on, guys. Let's get these likes up at least. We've got a big show on tomorrow as well, but we need your support. Everyone that's here right now, appreciate you all here. This is usually the time we do go live, 5 o'clock. I think it's been quite a common time for us at the moment, which we're trying to stick to. Tomorrow's live, we do have Ben Jacobs coming on. It will be a big live at 5:30. We've got lots of stuff to talk about and get into in regards to Rosinia, in regards to Maresca, in regards to front of shirt and stadium is the things that are sort of in my mind at the moment.
It's not a big list, is it?
Not really, no.
Get answers on, is it, Jem? It's ridiculous.
The problem is he tends to want to cut it short. Like, I don't say cut it short, but sometimes he only has like 20 minutes because he's always so blooming busy. Do you know what I mean? And trying to get every single question in is pretty hard. So I did say to him, if we can have like just over half hour, 45 minutes of his time, that would be amazing because we really want to ask him, some serious questions that maybe one thing with Ben Jacobs, and ever since I've obviously started working with Ben Jacobs, is that like he always gives you a good view and understanding of what's going on. You know what I mean? He's got a very good, like, especially when it comes to like board stuff and like directorships and things like that, you can literally listen to him and like he will give you a clear representation as what he thinks.
I think he's great. I think he's a really good guy.
Yeah. Jem Rosinior saw it all in 2 games, a red card and 90-minute winner. Yeah, I mean, yeah, to be honest, you're right. I mean, in the last 2 games, you saw a draw and an L, not even a win. And in both the games, you saw what really we are. Let's be serious. What are Chelsea right now? Well, them 2 games are probably the one that probably sum us up the most, I can't see him saying anything we don't already know, but it will be good to know. We're good to know what's going on. No, I disagree, Mike. You need to listen more. Clean your ears out and listen to what the guy's saying properly, and then you'll take in some good, valuable information, mate. Yeah, I'm smiling, mate. I'm good. I'm all good.
It's hard to smile, though. I was saying to Jem earlier, I said to the guys, I said, look, I wasn't going to come on. It's very tired. Just like we all know what the issues are, and it's just exhausting because, it's a club we love. It's our lifestyle. We all look forward to that fixture, whatever it is, and it's really sad to see what's happening to such an established club like we have. Even regardless of Abramovich, we were, a culture that we were a fighting team. We fought for every ball, every challenge, and we're just not seeing that. We're just becoming I just find like a very woke PR driven team. It's just
not good enough. It's probably the words. Hello, Nono. How are you, mate? Good to see you. How are you? Hope you're well, man. Big up to you. We have what I thought was quite interesting. Callum McFarlane will become Liam Rosinia's assistant at Chelsea. I understand Rosini is impressed with McFarlane's handling of the squad over the last games, and Percy asked him to join the staff. What do you think of this, Matt? Do you think this is a bit of a short, like, it's only 2 games and a bit of a silly decision, or do you think this is quite a good decision?
I'm not so au fait with how the structure works. I mean, when you're saying an assistant, is it literally going to be his right-hand man, or is it just going to be a part of it?
going to be his right hand man, from what we understand of it, isn't it? And so he's handling of the squad, yeah. So he's his assistant, so he's his right hand man, basically, yeah.
And again, you guys, you might be able to tell me, German guys in the chat. I mean, what is an assistant's role? Is it quite imperative to Rossignol, do you think, or is it?
Of course, it's every manager has an assistant, right? It's the one that sits there and tells them what they think they should do, basically. You know what I mean? That's them.
I mean, look, unless anyone else can tell me, I didn't know anything about this McFarlane guy until 2 games ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, fair play. I mean, he showed courage clearly in those 2 games, and obviously, if Rossignol's seen something, or is it Rossignol's decision? We don't know. But I'm going to be honest, Jem. I didn't know who he was 2 games ago. So
yeah, I think what he has shown is an understanding of where he thinks the players should play, what he thinks is the best system and style. Yesterday, he decided to put Reece James on the bench, and he put Gusto right back. He went with a midfield 3 of Santos, Caicedo, and Enzo. Now, I promise you now, yesterday's game, if we had 11 men on that pitch, we were going to win that game. I could just see it. It was happening. You know, we started to win the balls high up the pitch. We started to dominate. 2 corners from Enzo Fernandez, which were spot-on crosses into the box that nearly were actually goals. They were that good of crosses. Let's be serious. And Santos should have scored one of them. There was... we looked in control is probably what I would say. Yeah, they had moments, but they weren't really... I'll be honest with you, Fulham are shit. I'm not even going to hide from them. They are shit. They are shit.
Even when it was 10 men, they were like keep balls if they wanted to draw. And you're like... It was for a team who had a man advantage. It was a horrendous showing from them, to be honest. Like it was. I mean, I know they got the 2 goals, but
no, I am in Dubai, brother. I have been putting it out there.
Fly over.
Yeah, fly over, get back.
Special guest Jen's going to join.
There's a good chance I might be back at the end of the month anyway. I might have to go. February is a period where everyone of my family and missus and best friends' birthdays decide to turn up. So it's all in 1 month. But so there is a good chance that I might come back for a period. We'll see what happens really from there. But Ange is in the building. How are you? Hope you're good. As always, big up to you. 10 men, and he takes Santos off. We were basically playing with 9 men. Oh, come on, Donny, please. Like, if you're going to come in here, at least talk some sense, G. Like, stop being an idiot all the time, saying stupid things. Yes, Ange, big up. Listen, the only play he could really have took off in that moment was Santos. He wanted to bring on a left back for a left back, one that got sent off. And I thought Hatto, to be fair to him, come on and done pretty well. I thought he got stuck in. I thought, in terms of his own performance, it went pretty well. Some of the guy that reps Nonny, I know. Do you know what I mean? Do you think we need to finish poorly to get a Gully gone? No, not really.
He's saying. I think the only way you get him gone, and I don't think it's going to happen now. I think if we carry on in this trajectory and going down, 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 it'll be a couple more years, and I think it's more of a board decision to go, this ain't working. That's what I believe. And then I reckon they'll try and get Todd to try and buy him out. That's copium, anyways.
Chelsea are in. Oh no, I was saying else. I forget that. I agree. I think, do you know what? Big up to the fans yesterday, because I thought they were amazing. Going singing the songs that they were singing about Egbarley Way was absolutely brilliant. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think it's something that, I mean, obviously you're always going to get negativity about what's going on, but do you truly believe that the board and Egbarley and stuff, being so arrogant as they are, do you think that they would have expected this? And do you think to a certain level? I mean, that's quite that's a terrible look that you've got 3,000 fans. How loud they were singing as well, and it wasn't just for a minute or two. It was like 15 minutes of continuous singing one song. And then they carried on going. I mean, that's a terrible look. Too.
Well, they might, I don't think Ed Barley's one to, you can tell by looking at his face, he's one to really care. That's what I think. He just sits there and he's in his own fucking world. He thinks, thinks everything's He thinks everything. What's it? You know, he thinks everything's right in the world of Egbali. It feels like when you look at him, and I thought it was funny when who was it that missed the chance, but Rossini reacted like that. I was like, oh my god! And then 2 minutes later, Egbali, the camera went on Rossini, and then Egbali saw the cameras on there and went. It was like such a late reaction. I was like, brother, you can't act like you cared. You know what I mean? Miss Melina, how are you?
Someone who supports loves rugby goes to his first football match and goes, "What's going on?" He's
Yeah.
supporting the other team, which he should be supporting your team.
No Carlito. Yeah, I mean, once in a while, Carlito. Gemma Matt Sensible. Well, you know, Carlito's like Marmite Melina. You know, you either love him or hate him. You know what I mean?
I don't mind him. He's passionate, like, you know, and he's got strong views in certain ways, and you know, we all have our own opinions.
Yeah, I'm glad he heard every word because I think they needed to hear it. That the fact that time is not against their, you know, the time is not on their side; it's against them. They think that by changing managers that they're going to keep getting time. I think the fans are now getting to the point now where it's like, listen, 1 season, 2 season, 3 season, we can accept that we're not going to be where we need to be, and we understand it. You get to a you get to a 3rd or 4th season, and it's like, okay, now we need to start seeing improvements. And the fact that we didn't improve on the back end of the summer window last year was always going to be questionable against this sporting directors when things fuck up, because we won 2 trophies last year. We got Champions League football last year, and they should have improved the squad in certain areas that, you know, that maybe would have helped us get these wins and not lose as many games and brought us more stability, you know, instead of buying certain players who are just not ready to play at this level and hope that these managers can get the best out of them, which is what they're doing. This is what they've done. You know, so it's on them. The fans can have the emotions that they have towards this. If I was there, I'd have been singing with them because they deserve to hear all of the shit that they, you know, that we're giving them, and they honestly, they deserve it. To be quite honest, there's no 2 ways about it. But Rossini has got a hard job on his back, and
I feel for him as well, mate. I really feel for him.
Yeah. The reason he has this hard job is purely down to the sporting directors because of how they're looking after this club currently at the moment, the decision makings they're making in the windows, you know, the lack of trust really in managers when realizing that they're getting them wrong in the first place, but still employing them and saying the same bullshit each and every time they all arrive about, you know, consistency and progression and targets and this and that, and then a second season later they're gone. Like, there's just no real continuity, is there, or momentum? Anything we do, you know, it's just not good at all. So yeah, I mean, Rossini's game against Charlton, right, on Saturday.
I've got a not conspiracy theory. I responded to, I think it was like Charlie's tweet earlier in the day, and he said, should he have been there for the Fulham game? In my opinion, I think yes. I don't understand why. If you're there, you should just might as well. If it was that sort of game anyway, it's just like, okay, Callum's going to be there. If it happens, it happens. To me, I think it's a better look if Liam started. To me, because look, not saying Liam's the same as Tuchel, but Tuchel literally flew in, did a training session, then had a game, and I know we drew or whatever, but it's a better look. And I find almost from a PR perspective, they're almost wanting him to have a bit of an easier game, so that he gets that win.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if he doesn't win, it will look terrible. It'll be, you know, it makes me think like it's his way of having a slightly easier game where, let's be honest, there's always going to be pressure, but really on a bad day, Chelsea should be beating a Charlton.
So, it is, but then also to remember that the next game after that is Arsenal, you know, so it's one really easy game to one really, really hard game on a team that could potentially go 8 points clear if they win against Liverpool tonight, if I'm thinking right. Yeah, because Man City drew yesterday, which they fucked up as well. And it's like...
And Villa dropped points.
As well. Yeah, it's painful. I'm not going to lie. It's absolutely painful to even see. I'm hoping Liverpool don't flop, but who knows? Rossini will be better at rotating than Maresca and accepting medical staff's word as final. Maresca became emboldened, felt he deserved more power after delivering trophies, but that is not how things work at Stamford Bridge, where ballroom trumps dugout every time. Head coaches are dispensable. Rossini has been warned. What's that? A fucking head school remark.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Carly, how you doing? Good to see you as well. What is that, a head school remark? The way that it's talking to the managers that come in? Let's be serious, Matt. Let's honestly be serious and put it on the table. No experienced, proven manager is going to want to come to Chelsea with this bullshit, especially from people that have not succeeded in the football. Fuck what they've done in America. Not succeeded in soccer, which is what it is to them. Yeah. Not to succeed in soccer, telling them not to get all, what's the word? All in, powerful because they're doing well at the club for one season. Why not? Why? What do you mean powerful? I don't get what that means. If I'm a manager that's come to Chelsea who's seen that they've struggled, gets some Champions League football, wins them 2 trophies, right, and puts them on the table and says, right, come on, guys, let's keep moving forward. I've done what I've needed to do. What are you going to do for me now? What, you're going to tell me that's going to piss them off? Because this guy's got a bit of like, the what do they call it? A rocket up his ass because he wants to see, he wants to see that, the board themselves are on the same mindset, and they're turning around going, we can't have that. You can't be thinking like that. You can't be acting like that. If the medical team tell you not to play someone, don't play them. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then head coaches are dispensable. Like, what? So you're getting rid of managers that are probably decent for the club because they're doing well and they're asking for more. That's what I get from it.
That passage there is just such a terrible statement to make, and it answers every question that we've had. That they said that we don't make decisions on this, we don't make decisions on that. Well, hang on, Maresca felt that he was emboldened, felt he deserved more power because he delivered trophies, whatever. Well, that to me shows that you are dictating what he does then. And you're absolutely right there, Jem, in saying that he deserved at the least to have a bit of a say on what's going on because of what he got dealt with and managed to get the targets. I bet none of them thought they were going to win the Club World Cup.
No one did. No one did. Other than us at Kings of the Bridge and Playback. The only ones in Playback, the only ones that thought we would win it was all of the family on Kings of the Bridge, because every game we were positive after the knockouts. Even PSG, we were in there going, we're going to do this. And everyone was going, you're crazy. It ain't going to happen. Like, we're going to get slapped. And we were saying, play the Avengers music. We're going to win this. We're going to beat them. Do you know what I mean? And we did. We did. We were positive. But we ain't positive right now because of the way things are. And we can see it.
What a period of time that was in Playback as well. Such good vibes.
Yeah, so it was good. That was so much fun, that Club World Cup. I was in Dubai as well. I remember when that all went off. It was a real fun period. And even though I was waking up at 4 a.m. to watch Chelsea play, it was, the Avengers Assemble, and it was just amazing. Honestly, it was so amazing. Right. Toby's created a breakdown. Last 4 seasons compared after 21 matches. Last 4 seasons compared after 20. So what? 21 matches of the last 4 seasons, yeah? Is what he's saying. So
4 seasons to this point.
Okay. So let's go back to 22-23. He says here that we finished 11th. We were 11th at the point. We hit 30 points. We had 8 wins, 6 draws, 6 draws. I think that's meant to be 7 losses, bro.
Yeah.
7 losses. 22 scored, 22 conceded, exactly the same. Only a 1 goal difference, 10 points from 4th at the time, and we were 23 points from first. Top goal scorer is Kai Havertz with 5 goals, right?
Was that Potter's season?
That was Potter season. Yeah, that would be Potter season. Yeah. Then we had 23-24 the season after. We finished 9th. We at this same time, we hit 31 points, so only a point better than we did the season before. We had 9 wins against the 8. We had 4 draws against the 6, and we lost more games in 23-24 than we did in 22-23. We scored more goals, though, 35, and we conceded more goals, 31. 4 goal difference, 12 points from 4th. We were actually worse off. We were further away from 4th than we was the season before. 17 points from first, which was better than the season before. And our top goal scorer was Palmer, 9 goals. And that was Pochettino season, right? Yeah, Pochettino.
So that a really bad start. So he had to play catch up, I think.
So if when you compare the season before of that, we scored more goals, but we conceded more goals, obviously, because that pot system was crazy. Let's be serious. We were worse off getting to Champions League by 12. Well, it was 10 to 12 points, a 2-point difference. We were still worse off. And we were closer to first than we were in 22-23. So that was 23-24 under Poch season. Now we go under the first season of Maresca, finished 5th, hit 37 points, which is better than the 2 seasons before. Mm-hmm. We had 10 wins, which was better than 2 seasons before. We had 7 draws, which was more than any of the other 2 seasons. We had 4 losses, which was less than the other 2 seasons. So 4 losses in 24-25 and then 8 losses in 23-24. We scored 41 goals, which is the highest goal scored in any season so far under this era. 26 goals conceded, which is, I think, 22 scored. 22 conceded. Yeah. So, it was between Poch and Potter. So, basically, Poch conceded the most. Then it was Maresca. Then it was Potter. So, we conceded less goals with Potter than we did with Maresca, interestingly enough. 15 goal difference, which was a lot higher because we're scoring a lot more goals. 1 point from 4th at that time as well. 11 points from 1st. So, we're still 11 points off. Our top goal scorer was Palmer, 14 goals.
14. Jeez.
And then we get to 25-26, which is the current season we're in now. Same time, after 21 matches, we're 8th. We're 31 points. We had 31 points, which is the same as what Poch had. We have 8 wins, which is the worst, along with Graham Potter's season. 7 draws, which is, again, joint worst with Maresca. 6 losses, which is sort of in between Maresca and Poch and Potter. We scored 34 goals and conceded 24 goals. So 34 goals is, 3rd highest out of the seasons that we've got here. And in terms of 24 conceded, we've conceded less goals than we did. How many did we? Yeah. So Potter's season was the season we conceded the least goals, basically. Potter's season.
22 though. God, that was awful.
10 goal difference, 3 points from 4th, 17 points from 1st. So this is equally as bad as Poch season. Our top goal scorers are Enzo Fernandez and João Pedro with 6 goals. Can someone tell me where the progression is here when you see that?
Well, what it screams to me is reliability on Cole Palmer for so long. What it screams to me in Poch's and in Maresca's seasons, because he was a maverick, and I think with him not being there, and let's be honest, he's not been up to scratch, it was inevitable that we needed to get better quality around him and more attacking options, and it's just not. I just don't know what to say, Jem.
I don't know what to say after reading that. That's after 21 games, guys. That's nearly most of the season, pretty much. It screams 2010 Arsenal. Where is the improvement? Generally, where is the improvement there? When you look at where we are now after the last 4 seasons, where can we say that we've improved in any of them seasons, bar in the Maresca season? But even then, there's certain parts to it that are good and certain parts to it that are worse off than other seasons. So, if you look at the points tally, we had better points tally under Maresca last season than we did anyone else. We had more wins of Maresca last season. We had more draws, which is not the greatest. But in terms of losses, we lost less games in that season than we did the other 3. So you're looking at the best season being the one where we won 2 trophies, Matt, basically. When you look at it on paper.
And I think what's crazy is even with this season, right, is you're seeing how inconsistent City are as well. Like, only those 3 teams have kind of pushed away just because of how crap the rest of the league is. Like, Villa, don't get me wrong, hats off to Villa for what they're doing. I think it's fantastic. But City are dropping points. There could be 8 points behind tonight of first. But what annoys me is that they always talk about data and this and that. I mean, look, Toby, thanks for putting this together. But, this is so surface level, but so damning at the same time. And this is what annoys me is, so the only way they look at data is we get a player for this price, sell a player for this price, and they see what that data and how then all these pie charts, whatever they produce, will show for that. That's it. And so it's very clear that the only thing that they care about is purely from an accounting point of view, it's just how much money they can make. And that's it. There's no sporting value to this at all. And to me, and I know I said this before, and I know it's going to be a bit of a ridiculous thing to say, and it will never happen. Like, surely there has to be some sort of like governing body to protect clubs from not being like this. Because it actually ruins the brand of the Premier League as well. Because look, Chelsea have always been one of the big boys in the leagues, and the fact that that's not happening, yes, it's making the league more exciting that smaller teams can potentially move into those positions. But, you know, from it being London as well, it's terrible. It's just awful. And there'll never be an investigation on it. It's probably a ridiculous thing to say, but surely the duty of care of being an owner from what you've promised to then what you're delivering, I just cannot fathom how it's calm. I cannot believe it's calm in the background, because you cannot spend 2 billion and have this sort of return in any field of whatever industry you're in. You just can't. So why is it different with football?
Yeah, it's very weird. It's very, very weird. Toby, I might use that for a tweet, because I really want to share that with the people on Twitter as well, mate. So if you're all right with that, I might actually tweet that out at some point. Not sure when. Because obviously what you've done is together is to really show people the end of views of where we're at from when we first started to where we're at now.
But what it also shows, Jem, is look, we love Enzo Fernandez, and he's fantastic player for us, but he shouldn't be top scorer. He shouldn't be a top scorer in the team. I know Joao's coming, but 6 goals.
Yeah,
6 goals.
How have we played 21 games? We've played 21 games now? Yeah.
I think so.
How have we played 21 games and we only have 6 goals? Our highest person has 6 goals. Cheers, Toby. Appreciate it, bro. 6 goals. I mean, look at Cole Palmer, 14, double digits, yeah? Look at Cole Palmer before, at this time, nearly in double digits. Kai Havertz was on 5 goals. He's 1 goal off what Enzo and João Pedro have done in this same season. And that was under
we would have ridiculed Kai as well for that. We would have ridiculed him for that.
How is Enzo on 6 goals? And everyone's talking about, fuck it, man, I just don't get it. Like, how is he leading this? This is how bad we are right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, generally. He's not here to be the one that should be at the top of that, bro. Mine should be we got wingers, we got all right, João Pedro's there, so we can kind of say there's a striker there, right? But it's bad. That is a bad stat, man. A really bad. I mean, a good breakdown, but a bad stat against Chelsea.
But it's really, another perfect example of how data for them is just used in a completely different way. Whereas this is very black and white data. Like, their data is very misconstrued and the G&A, this and that. No, the facts are you win games. Gold wins games. Simple.
Yeah. Sorry. Just 2 seconds.
Yeah, Toby, you're right, mate. This is really good. I mean, a lot of people are saying I know it's a bit of like a bad atmosphere, but it's just you put it into perspective of clearly like what is going wrong, like, and it's in a very simple form as well. I just can't understand it.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds.
No. It's all good. So,
what are you doing? I don't really want to talk about the game. I'll be honest.
We don't need to.
I feel like I'm just going to repeat myself, guys. I know we've got it as our main headline, but what is it generally to say? Like, what are we going to do? Talk about the typical disciplines issues that we still have. How do we get 1 red card and 3 yellow cards on the back of it? How do you get 3 yellow cards for 1 red card given? Same incident.
Well, the only one I don't understand is I don't understand how Enzo got a yellow when he's the captain. So he's allowed to speak to.
Apparently, he was getting too loud.
Yeah, and look, there might be a language barrier for him because he can't actually probably speak that much English to be clear. And it's not me trying to clearly defend him, but at the same time, like, come on, It's a bit clarity, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Dreamer, sorry, mate. So you said it's so bad that if Cole Palmer turns on that switch and scores 4 goals against Brentford, he'll be our top scorer. Yeah. And it just shows how inconsistent the rest of the team's been. And Cole Palmer's been out for a very long period of time. So, Toby, Chalobah has 2 more goals than Delap in the Prem. Yeah. But then the only thing, I mean, it's true. But the only thing I will say is, again, I didn't think that Delap had a bad game. He should have absolutely smacked that ball to start with instead of dinking it. But he got his goal, and I thought, you know what, he deserved that as well. But
but he should have scored that goal. Why he decided to chip the goalkeeper when he's 1-on-1? All you have to do is side foot it, but to any side, and it's a goal. You know, we could have easily got 2 goals from Delap yesterday with 10 men, by the way. You know what I mean? Santos should have scored. Santos had a good half, by the way, before he got taken off, but he should have scored from the corner.
Oh, and the corner, yeah.
Like, if Enzo doesn't put that in, Santos has to. You know,
Mike, you said here's another stat. We have the same amount of red cards this season than we do Premier League wins. Yeah, good stat.
Cheers, man.
Unfortunately, Toby's saying 5 reds in the Prem, 1 in UCL, 1 in the UEFA Cup. Yeah, but Ange, you probably are right, and I think it's very clear that Delap isn't good enough. But the annoying thing is Delap would have been a great understudy for the likes of an Ekitike or an Osimhen or something. Because you saw in the World Cup, he was a good impact sub.
But this is the thing about Delap, though. I don't think he was brought in for us to think about the now too much. I think he's someone that was brought in again as potential to develop into a proper striker. You know, that's what I think the idea was with Delap. I don't think he was, for £30 million, which was a bargain anyway, really, when Ipswich were getting relegated, he could have gone for 50 mil. It's not like easily. We wouldn't have known it, especially the season he had under Ipswich as well. But listen, we got him for 30 mil. Yes, that's probably a gift in a way in terms of like the pressure. But listen, I thought he was decent yesterday. I thought he used his body well. I thought he held the ball up well. I thought he linked up play. He showed me a lot more that I expect from him as a striker than I have seen him in a Chelsea shirt than yesterday. Yesterday, even the Man City game to a degree. Like, he was more involved. And I don't know whether that's because he's getting more fitter, because he has had 2 serious injuries. Let's not forget that. If that's because the managers that are coming in now trusting him, and he likes the managers because he's played with them before, so he's like now starting to kick on. Either way, if he's putting the ball in the back of the net, whether he's ready or not, I don't really care. Just score goals. You know what I mean? Just put it in the back of the net, man. Put it in the back of the net.
The Yellow Flash, thanks for the message. With this model, the only UCL and EPL titles we are winning is youth and Premier League. I mean, I've even heard, I think under 21s are even struggling at the moment. So, but you're right, probably is. Toby said, raise the age, raise the wages, raise the ambition, raise the quality. The only thing it's raising is my bloody blood pressure at the moment.
Yeah.
Just bring Jackson back. I mean, look, I know I said it earlier on in the season about it, but I think we would have done as well? I think it'd be quite similar, to be honest. I know it's quite reactionary of me saying that early in the season. I think with how the season's going, I don't think he would have done as much. He might have got 7 goals or 8 goals. I think it's just the structure. I think we just completely plateaued as a team. We just don't know what to do.
It's quite worrying. And you'd think after playing with 10 men for so many games this season that we'd actually be the masters of it now. Like, we'd actually know how to play. Like,
we'd always prefer it.
How do we continue playing the way we're playing and on 10 men? It's like we want to be down to 10 men. We do it on purpose. But then when we're down to 10 men, it's like we don't know how to play with it. But we've played with it so much that I don't think any other Premier League team has been down to, has had this many red cards in a season in us. We should be used to it. We should be well used to this, So, yeah, it was a horrible game. I thought that the first goal was a very good header, by the way, from Raul Jimenez. He gets in front of Chalobah, and I know Carlito was messaging me going, Chalobah. Yeah. Listen, he should have followed. Should he have followed his man? Could he have done more? It's a good header. I'll be honest with you. He's really got held of that. It's gone bottom corner. And they get the lead. But yes, Chalobah should have been more alert and moved a bit quicker and maybe tried to do something. You're not going to stop him jumping in the air, though. It's just making yourself a bit of a nuisance, right? To put him off the ball, which he maybe could have done. The second goal, I am sorry, I don't know what Reece James is doing. I don't know what Reece James is doing. I don't know if you guys remember the build-up to that goal. He came on the pitch. We had Palmer on the right. We got the goal back, and I thought, yeah, we needed this, energy bringing from the subs bench. Palmer gets taken off after he starts waking up a little bit for once.
That was weird.
Yeah, which I thought, why take him off now? Even he was like, why you take him off now? Like, we just scored. Like, let's keep going. Takes him off and brings on Josh Achapong, right? He brings Josh Achapong on, who gets absolutely roasted for 20 minutes. Let's be serious. Like, the boy couldn't keep up with that. Who was it? That guy, whatever his name is, but he was on one, wasn't he? That guy down the left for Fulham. The young, I don't know who he was, but he was just the winger. He just kept absolutely. You had to double up on him. Like, he was just running constantly, beating Josh, beating our players, and getting the balls in the box. And then with when we got to the point with the second goal, Kevin, this Kevin guy, like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? Why is Kevin ruining us?
Did you see that? Did you see that flick he did at the end?
Yeah.
Pedro literally only tapped him. I thought, no, you go through him. Go through him if a player did that. I'd go mental if someone did that to me on the pitch.
Kevin went into prime Ronaldinho. We just couldn't get near him. I was like, what is going on here? The guy's literally taken Josh Achapong got rinsed. I don't care what. He came on the pitch, the poor lad. And he was meant to go forward and do the palm a bit. Instead, he's having to go back and help double up, and he's just getting cooked. Do you know what I mean?
No,
and then
Esteval again, though, Jem. I mean, I know it's 10 men. No Esteval again.
I don't get it. But the second goal pissed me off because if you remember, Reece James headed the ball backwards like a fucking truck. He done a Badia Shield header.
I'll have to watch it.
The ball came and he headed it behind the defence. And then if you remember, the guy touched it who was offside. And people were saying, why is he not offside? Yes, he was offside, but Reece James headed the ball to him. He can't be offside when the ball that's being played to him isn't his team. It's from fucking Reece James, who's just done this weird header. So he does a weird header to him. And then all of a sudden, it's in the corner. It gets put in the box. They're all scattering around trying to clear it. It lands to fucking, what's his name? Who scored, who was actually having a decent game. And it hits Reece James inside of his leg and goes into the bottom corner. It's just so avoidable, is what my point is. Like, just mistake after mistake after mistake. Mistake. Every fucking time. And that's Reece James doing that. Like, come on, man. Like, we got back into the game and then we go behind 2-1. We needed to draw that game, at least.
There was a bit of a good debate. I think Yellow Flash was saying about Jackson. Obviously, I know what I said about his 7 goals, but one thing which we can't, take away from him is the fact that he did, bring players into the game more. So, I don't think there's any coincidence that Palmer's stats have gone down since Jackson has been away. So I can completely agree with you on that, Yellow Flash. I just think more from a scoring output for himself. But then, like you said, it might mean that other players will come in. But Palmer's been out a lot this season. So I agree with what you're saying. But I just think, I believe it's just one of those horrible seasons we're having.
Yeah, but then on the same time, fair enough. But there might be a bit of a Jackson thing because chemistry is important, right? And I get that. But Palmer's played with the lap for pretty much most of his reserve period. It's not like they've never played with each other. They were at Man City under Maresca. Yeah, when they won the fucking league under the Man City reserves, right? So we can't use the excuse that he hasn't got any chemistry or not played with these guys, right? My problem with Palmer yesterday again, especially in the first half before we got the red card, is that everyone was having a good game other than him. Every time he got the ball, he either lost it, he either got caught with the ball, or he tried to do a little skill and he lost it. And he done it the game before that, the game before. It's like he's overdoing it. He's overthinking what he's doing, and that's unlike him.
It was like that period, was it last year where he had that? It was just in like the end, the last echelons of the Premier League, and where he didn't get a goal for like 20 games or something. And he kind of had that very similar. Because I remember when I watched Chelsea Ipswich at Stamford Bridge, and it was like we were so wanting him to score, and he was trying so much to try and do something, and then it just wouldn't come off. And it is,
when Palmer does things, he's very elusive, right? He's just natural. He'll receive the ball, he'll go around one player, and he'll play the pass in behind, and it'll be all beautiful and wow, 1-2s and beats a man comfortably. Now it's like hot potato, like doing too much.
Pedro Neto impression as well.
Yeah, it's like I think the wingers are rubbing off on him. He's probably looking at these wingers going, "What am I playing with?" And then realizing he's playing like them because he's playing with shit wingers. Do you know what I mean? Like, how does Pedro Neto play a whole 90? How?
Egg Bally's boy, isn't it? He was the one who brought him in. He had his little romance with Jorge Mendes and brought him in.
It's like he's trying to. But anyway, the game's shit. We lost the game. Same shit. I didn't really want to, I said to Matt, you could have just repeated the same other games that we went down to 10 men and had the way we lost the games. Yeah. And it would just be the same shit. We would be saying the same thing. I am not going to sit here and continue saying the same thing anymore. Like, we know what it is. Generally, if you don't know what it is anymore, I don't know what to say. But generally,
I think there's only one solution. You do need to send them to Dagestan. That's what needs to happen. You need to have a little holiday. Don't go on holiday on your super yachts. Going to Dagestan. That's what you all need. Egg Bally as well.
Well, Rafinha, we'll see what he can do in Charlton. I don't know if we've got a match preview for that, but tomorrow we've got Ben Jacobs, guys. We're not doing a long one tonight because we weren't going to come on, but we still came on to have a little chat with you guys. We're going to keep it short for tonight, but tomorrow, 5:30 p.m., Ben Jacobs is here.
That'll be good.
So make sure you're here for that one. That'll be at 5:30 UK time. Come and join us. It's going to be a big live. We'll get it up earlier as well. Rafinha's press conference is at 1:30 in the afternoon. We're going to be asking a lot of questions around the sporting directors, Rafinha, Maresca, see what he knows on the Maresca scenario. If he does know anything that he can share with us about what's been going on behind the scenes. It'd be interesting. I really like talking to Ben because he really gives some serious insights. I'm here, still no invite. Oh, shut up, couch. Every time I invite you, you tell me you're working, and then when I invite him, he goes, "Sorry, bro, I'm working." Oh, you didn't give me an invite. Sorry, bro, I'm working. Sorry, bro, I'm working. Couch, be here tomorrow at 5:30. We've got Ben Jacobs here. Okay, UK time. You've heard me say it, Matt. I keep telling him, but you don't listen. I'm available. Well, we're about to finish off. 1 hour later, we're not keeping it a late one today, bro. We're all both a bit tired after yesterday's game, but tomorrow we're back. So make sure you're here tomorrow, bro. I'm working. There you go. See, can't win with couch.
Definitely stay tuned for tomorrow because it's going to be really insightful to hear from Ben, and hopefully Ben might even have some news about some transfers. You never know.
Tell me next time. All right, I'll message you. I will message you, Ben, tomorrow. Yep, spread the word. We're going to get it set up early tomorrow, so we can promote it as well. So it'll be out probably in the morning, I'm guessing. Probably in the morning. So let's do that. I think Matt's just got to make the thumbnail. When he has it, it'll be right up, guys. And then I can send it to Ben Jacobs, give him a reminder as well. And no transfers, bro. No transfers. And we go from there, really, guys. But yeah, we're going to tidy up for now. We've had some really busy lives, up to 70, 80 people the last couple, weren't we? But today, I think everyone's just had enough, to be quite honest. I think we feel the same. Going to have a break, recharge. We've got a lot going on. Rafinha's first game Saturday. Ben Jacobs tomorrow, I'm sure, is going to be a very big live. They always are. Lots to talk on. And up the blimmin' Chelsea, guys. Big up, everyone.
Good guys.
We'll see you soon. Peace.